Alright, in this set of notes, we're going to take a look at segment bisectors. Segment bisectors. Now, our question is here, how do I use segment bisectors to solve problems? All right, now a brief note on what a segment bisector is. So, definition, segment bisector. A segment bisector is anything that divides a segment into two equal parts. So let's look at some examples. So for example, we could have, here's segment AB, point M. Okay. We could also have, here's another example. Here's segment AB. Oh, by the way, it'd be good to put these markings here to say that the two halves are equal lengths. These two segments are congruent. Okay, so here we could have line L. Or maybe ray MN. All these are segment bisectors in these diagrams anyway. All right, examples is anything that cuts a segment in half. So let's look how we use this to solve a problem. So let's look at an example here. Example. All right. So we've got, let's see, we're going to find AB. And here's our diagram we're working from. We've got A, got B, point M in the middle. And we're going to say that M, we'll say point M, is the bisector of segment AB. All right, so then I'll have some statements. And my reasons for knowing those things. Okay. So first, we could say that AM equals MB. And that's just the definition of bisector. It cuts into two equal pieces, so AM is the same as MB. We could then say that AM plus MB equals AB. And that's just segment addition. And then let's see, AM, oh wait, there was supposed to be something missing up here. Oh, yeah. AM is 8. So we would say that AM plus AM equals AB. And that is substitution. We've substituted AM for MB, and we can do that because they're the same thing. Okay? I'm going to add a little note here from star. We'll put a little star up here. Okay. Then we'll just substitute. We've got 8 plus 8 equals AB, and that is substitution from, we'll call this double star. We'll put this up here. 2 stars up here. Okay. And then finally, 16 equals AB. And that's just simplified. Okay. So a couple notes about this. First, again, a segment bisector is anything that divides a segment into 2 equal pieces. By the way, M is also the midpoint of the segment. Right? So here we just wrote that, well, AM equals MB. That's the definition of the bisector. It's part of the definition. The bisector is something that cuts the segment into 2 equal pieces, so these are equal. AM plus MB equals AB. That's just segment addition right there. We talked about that previously. AM plus AM equals AB. All we did here was we replaced MB above with AM. That's a substitution from star, from our statement here. These two things are equal, then I can replace one with the other anywhere I want. And then 8 plus 8, so I replaced AM with 8, substitution from our double star up here in the diagram. And then we just simplified to get 16 equals AB. Of course, if you were just simply solving this problem and not keeping track of all your steps, you would never go to all this bother. You would just go, well, this side's 8, so that side must also be 8, so the whole thing is 16. You would do it all in your head very quickly, but I wanted to lay it out like this, A, because it's laid out more like a proof, which we want to get used to, and B, you are going to have to do a setup that's more like this, so a little more complicated, if you're solving problems that involve variables. And that's it.